This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Sandpiper luxury model, 391 FLRB. So this is not a floor plan, it's a how-to video. I'm just going to walk you around and through it and show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So obviously you have your rear storage here. It's pretty self-explanatory. You have some outside speakers here. Keep in mind you have a quick connect for the LP system right here. If you wanted to add a griddle or grill, you can plug it right in there. Just make sure you get the correct pressure appliance. It has to be for a travel trailer. Outside kitchen, of course, and lights and power, and a small refrigerator, cupboards. Okay. So your spare tire is up here, right? You also have TV hookup here and power if you wanted to put a TV out here. This is for a sprayer if you want to spray, and then this is just regular old power, 110 AC. And then you have your tanks here, 2 30-pounders that are full. Storage in the front, and your hydraulics are behind this little compartment here. You just push it, fold it behind that brace there, and it stays in place. So you don't have to unscrew it or anything. Of course, you've got a 6-point automatic leveling system here. That operates right here. Well, actually, it operates right. Ouch! Wow! Sorry. Just whacked myself again, as usual. Okay, that's right here. So it's very simple. The directions are here, but the two most common features is going to be auto level, right, and then hitch height, auto hitch height. So you can level it manually and do all that sort of thing, right? But generally, when you unhitch it from your truck, you're going to push auto level. Now it will remember the hitch height right before you auto level it. So it will remember the height it was after you unhitched from your truck, right? So when you're getting ready to leave, you'll come over to here and scroll to auto hitch height, and then push enter, and it will put the trailer right back in the same position as it was right before you auto leveled it. So that's the only two that you're going to use a lot. If you retract all, keep in mind it'll nosedive the trailer. It won't hurt anything, but make sure you don't have anything under the front overhang or it'll squish it. Okay? Alright, so now this does have 2 solar panels, I believe, on the roof. So this is your solar controller right here. It's very simple. It's already set for the AGM battery. I know it's hard to see, but the upper right hand button is the one you're going to use. So right now 13.3 volts you have, which is perfect. You're gaining 1.9 amps from the sun when being stored in your battery. You have 5.5 amp hours, and back to the 13.3. So it gives you 3 readings. He can tell you you're almost totally charged here, because we just plugged it in a while ago. Now if it flashes FUL and it won't give you any readings, it's not broke. It's telling you that there's no more room for storage in the battery, so it shut the panel off. So as soon as your 12 volt drops, it'll go right back to these 3 screens that I just showed you, okay? This light you can set on, you can just turn it on and off, obviously, but you also can set it to a motion light if you want. This is the battery kill switch right here, so you can turn your battery on and off. Real simple. You have a water filter canister here if you want to add a water filter in there. Your galley dump right here, so that's a gray tank dump. Your black tank flushes here, so after you dump your black tank, I haven't got to those, they're probably in the rear there, we'll keep our eyes open, but after you dump the black tank, you can hook the hose on here at the dump station, turn it on and spray out the black tank, clean it off and out, and the sensors off really well. Just make sure, like it says on here somewhere, or right here, make sure the black tank valve is open before you turn on the water, okay? So another sprayer port. You have 2 bathrooms in here, right? 2 black tanks, so you have your second black tank flush here for the middle black tank. And this is your water hookup here. And then these drawings tell you what configurations to put the valves in to get whatever you want. If you got, right now it's set for, let's see, we'll set it for city water, which is right there, the middle one. So if you hook the hose on there, you're all set to go. If you want to fill the water tank, you put it in this position. And then if you want to pump from the water tank, you'll put it in this position, winterize in this position, so on and so forth. So it's very simple. And here's your cable and campground cable and satellite through, that sort of thing, okay? This is your water heater. It's a 10-gallon tank. The only thing to remember, or the thing to remember, a thing to remember, is this runs on both gas and electric. So right here, this switch here, this rocker switch, this controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover here. So keep in mind, you always want water in the tank when this is running. Never run it dry. If you run it without water in it, you're going to damage it. So keep that in mind. There's also going to be a switch inside the trailer to control the gas valve for the gas burner, which gives you a faster recovery, obviously. Most people will just run it normally on the element, and then when they need a boost for showers, that sort of thing, they'll kick on the burner, okay? This is where it drains. It's got an anode rod attached to it. It's an 1/16 6-point socket, right? So that's where you drain it from. It has water in it right now, and the bypass valves are in the correct position, so that's all ready to be camped in. Like I said, never run it without water in it. This vent up here tells us that you have a vent fan up there, and if you want to vent to the outside, there's a baffle in there. Just make sure you reach up, get on a ladder, and pop that baffle open so it flaps freely when you're venting to the outside. Okay. These are your other valves here, your other dump hookups, and then their valves are back here. Behind this, I suppose. Didn't look, but yes, and there's your other valves right there. Makes it nice. Here, let's see if I can do this one-handed here. It's there we go. You have the pull-out tray here, so you can get your deep storage out this way. Okay, this makes it nice. You got a 50 amp system, so you have a 50 amp cord, and we give you the reducers with it to reduce it down to a 30 and then to a 20. Also, this is pre-wired for a backup camera, as you can see up there. If you want to get the Furrion kit that goes on this one, you can get it, and you can do it yourself or have it done, whatever you want to do. You have a ladder, which makes it easy to inspect the roof, which is great because the manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 60 days. So you want to make sure that that's part of your regular maintenance. So make sure that you inspect your roof and take care of any issues you see immediately. There's another camera over the door, a potential camera over the door, and then these running lights, the left and right light also has a camera kit. So you could get a 4-camera kit or whatever you want to get, whatever combination that you want. And that's the Furrion. We do sell them here. You can get them elsewhere, but just make sure you get the right kit to fit it, that's all. Okay, doing good here. The camera still seems to be running still with the rain. Okay, so we're still cleaning a bit in here for you, but when we first walk in the door, here's your control panel. The first thing to know, in the battery compartment by the controller for the leveling system, there's an inverter there. An inverter, if you don't know, it takes 12 volt DC and inverts it to 110 AC, right? That's for your refrigerator. You'll turn your inverter on and off here, right? So the idea is, when you're pulling down the road, you can keep your refrigerator running, which is an 110 AC refrigerator. You can keep it running off the battery. Your tow vehicle and the solar panel will be charging your battery while the inverter is converting the 12 volt DC to 110 AC and feeding your refrigerator, okay? You also have a converter, which goes the other way, which goes from AC to DC. So you have regular AC circuit breakers here, 110 AC like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled, right? Then that power is converted to 12 volt DC here, and you see you've got the 12 volt fuses, and then they're labeled here on the back of the panel there. So that's where your 12 volt comes from. So also, this is a battery tender, so it's going to sense, as long as you're plugged into shore power, it's going to sense how much energy your battery has, and it'll always keep it charged. So it'll send 12-volt DC to your battery as long as you're plugged in. So you got, when you're plugged in, this power converter charges it. When you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle will charge it, and then the solar panels will charge as best it can, depending on the conditions outside. Okay. And we move on to the touch panel. You pull all this this film off when you're ready. But you have your lights here. You can connect here. It's got an app for it, of course. Everything has an app these days. But you have your awnings. You have your slides here. Your water heater on gas. That's where you turn it on gas, right like that. You have a tank heaters on this. So all your holding tanks, black, gray, and fresh, have heating pads on them, so you can extend your camping season by turning that on. Your water pump is right here. Remember, I told you could pump water out of the fresh water tank. If let's say you're camping someplace without city water, you can pre-fill that tank and still use all the plumbing, and you turn the pump on for that. You also use this pump to winterize the trailer. Okay? And then, of course, your levels are all right here. Very simple. Your refrigerator, you always want this locked into place with this knob here, this thing here. Let me get it loose. But you always want to travel with that on, or else you'll dent your doors. But your refrigerator, big refrigerator, freezer. Okay. Just make sure you always keep this on. I'll just put it back on so I don't forget. So we don't dent something. Bear with me, please. Okay. Now, I showed you there was a vent on the outside. Well, that's your actual fan is here in the microwave. It's the 2-speed right here. So if you're running it, make sure that baffle on the outside is flapping freely to vent to the outside, right? When you're traveling or in storage, you can just snap it shut. You have a light here, obviously, like so. Your 4 burners and oven are very simple. You just, I don't know if he's got the gas turned on, but we'll see here. He probably doesn't, but it's that simple. You're just going to push them in and light them, okay? Looks like he's got the gas shut off, so, but it's that simple. We'll make sure it's turned on for you when you come to pick up, so you can mess with it. Okay. Your literature is in here. This is your paddle fan here. This is the ceiling fan here. All right. Your keys are hanging on the faucet. This is your your carbon monoxide LP gas detector right here. It should always be green like it is. If not, get it serviced. Of course, keep your chair strapped down so you don't bounce around and break something. Front bathroom, just a half bath. Okay. And there's another fan here, just like the one out there. Thermostat. Okay. Bedroom slide. Second thermostat for this zone. We have 2 air conditioners, obviously. Now your shower works like any other shower, same with the sinks, of course. This is also pre-plumbed and wired for a washer dryer, either a combo or a stackable, whichever you prefer. But it's all ready to go. Let me snap that shut, okay. Now the toilets work like all RV toilets do. By the way, before we go on, another fan here, same model. So we're sitting right over a black tank, right? So you can't run it dry. By dry we mean without chemical and water in it. So when you get to the campground, your black tanks are going to be empty, right? So you're going to hook up your power and your water. You'll come in here. You'll put 1 dose of chemical right in the bowl. Then you'll step on the pedal. Water will come swirling around. And you'll let about a gallon or so of water swirl in there. At least a gallon. You can use more if you choose. And then you're ready to be used. If you don't do that, the smell will be terrible, plus it'll get clogged up. So you always start off with each of your toilets, because there's 2 black tanks, so you're going to put chemical and water in each one. Okay? Alrighty, that is just an access for I believe there's a vacuum breaker behind there, so that's all that is. Okay, let's move to the front. Excuse my voice here. Okay, so here we are in the living area. You have theater seats here, 2 of them. Both of these couches fold out into beds. You remove the cushion, and then you grab them right there and you fold them out, drop the legs. You got 2 beds for visitors. The TV has a televator, which is, see this button right here. Goes up and down. Okay, this is your TV remote here. This is your soundbar remote. Soundbar is right here. It plays discs, CDs, DVDs. It'll stream off USB. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone or your tablet. It has AM, FM radio. You have 3 speaker zones, A, B, and C. C is outside. A is the main, and I think this is probably B here, one way or the other. So it does everything you need and then some. Your fireplace has a remote, which is right here. It's a great space heater. So, excuse me, this has to be plugged in. This is 110 AC. Let me see if I can, wait a minute. Let me see, what is that there, first of all. An extra piece. Okay. Oh, I know, he unplugged me, that's right. That's why I couldn't get it to go before. So anyway, I'm unplugged. So we're getting ready to move the trailer. So basically, you have on and off, and you can change the fan speed from low to high. Put it on high, and it really keeps out the heat. You can change the color of the crystals. You can change the color of the flame, and it also has a timer on it, so you can set it to turn on and off whenever you want. Okay. Okay. It's really starting to rain out there. Okay. So let me look around. Obviously you have shades all the way around, everything like that. So we're in good shape there. Let me look around, make sure I didn't miss anything. I think we're looking good. Okay. Yeah, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof on a regular basis every 60 days, looking for cracking or separation anywhere where the sealant is. You look for damage to the roofing material or roofing attachments by, let's say, low branches or road debris. Just make sure it's in good shape. You're protecting your investment. And right now this is in summer camping mode, so the water system's ready to go. Never run the water heater without water in the tank, okay? Thank you.